sing along. All night long, all night, night long, all night, all night long, all night, long. People dancing all in the street. You see the rhythm all in their feet. Life is good, it's wild and sweet. Let the music play on. Feel it in your heart and feel it in your soul. Let the music take control. We go to party, lively, fiesta, forever. Come on and sing along. All night long, all night, night long, all night, all night long, all night, night long. But you can start and you can sit down. Come join the party, it's a merry-go-round. Everyone's dancing their troubles away. Come join the party, see how we play.
Good morning and welcome to Daywave. Wasn't even going to do a show today because it's just stuff's going on and I have stuff I have to go do and take care of. But I felt bad that I didn't at least get through the men versus women thing yesterday, which I will get through to today. I will not be calling anybody. I will not get distracted by Saved by the Bell. Probably a short one today, but I definitely wanted to get through that video. We started it and I don't know, my OCD kicked in. I felt uneasy that we couldn't finish it. So we're definitely going to watch the black and white video. Maybe even a little Thomas Murphy. So I've been playing some yacht rock covers here, and this band is the Hindley Street Country Club. They do a lot of they did the one Easy Lover and this one. They've done quite a few of the yacht rock covers that I've played. Giving them a shout out. So you will be getting to those videos today. I will get to finish a song. You have to finish a song now. Here's what they look like, by the way. I just want to show you what a they have different singers a lot, but I want to show you what a yacht rock cover band looks like. It's probably what you expect.
I said to everyone you meet, everybody's jamming in the street all night long. I said,
Right? Pretty much what it looks like. What you expected.
everybody's jamming in the street.
They're pretty good though.
Everybody's feeling it now.
Yeah, a bunch of boomers, except for the backup singers. They're not. They're younger. You could tell the two girls. Yeah, the visuals don't help but do it. You see the Easy Lover people. The two, well, it's the same band, but the guy singing kind of looks like a bizarre. It does look like a bizarro Phil Collins. But they're good. But they're a good band. Like they really are. They do a lot of good covers. If you like the yacht rock stuff, subscribe, I guess, to them. Not like they need it. They have like 188,000 subscriptions, but subscribers, excuse me. The Henley Street Country Club, and they do work for daiquiris. That's true. Daiquiris and Quaaludes. That's how you pay cover bands. All right, what is this? What do we got here?
Whoa! Look at that.
Good morning, Rico. I heard that you once saw the Holderness family at a Wawa.
That's true.
Comment down below if that's true.
Hey, what's up?
Did you know that 2020 is a dumpster?
What we're gonna do a. Oh, it is the Holderness family, isn't it? Oh, it's the Holderness family. Oh wow, they just posted this. Look, I obviously do not like the Holderness families. Here's the issue with a lot of this stuff. It happens. Like, I don't like their music. But I met them, and it wasn't at a Wawa. I was at a 7-Eleven here in Florida. They were nothing but nice. They were nothing but nice. They were the nicest people you could ever hope to meet at a 7-Eleven. They really were. But okay, we'll check it out.
Hey, what's up? You know, this...
Oh, yeah, and also be clear, because, you know, a lot of people are like, you know, if you think they're nice, you're going to be nicer. Yeah, I'm a human being. Obviously, there's going to be some bias. If someone's nice to you, you tend to be nice. You tend to give them a little more slack, right? It's how it is. It's life.
Hey, what's up? You know, this song has been parodied by a lot of people this year. Thank you, Billy Joel. It is apropos. It does feel like a good chance to do an update, though, because 2020 is not over. It continues. Lots of famous people died. How many times
really
have you cried? How flippin' terrible is 2020?
This is pretty bad still. Okay, look, I will admit that this is still pretty fucking terrible.
All our workouts are alone. Top Gun postponed. When's the last time you went to see a movie? Seriously, like, honey, do you know? It was like, it would be a kid's movie, like Incredibles 2. That has to be it, right? Harvey Weinstein, yuck. Racism really sucks. Australia, wildfires burning up their land. Murder hornets killing bees, wiping out their colonies. Here's a freaking picture of them in a human hand. There was a debate one night, like a kindergarten fight. Next debate, all of a sudden, they brought in a mute button.
Look, they were nice to me. What do you want me to do here? Very nice people. They even took a picture with me. Okay? They were nice. Leave me alone. What do you want me to do? It's bad, I get it. But they're nice. This guy's a nice guy.
Most of our kids stuck at home. There is zero time alone. Gyms are closed.
I'll see if I can find the picture. I have it for sure. I would have to go digging for it. I didn't know we were going to do this, or I would have pulled it up before the show.
Getting fat just because someone ate a fat. This year is a dumpster fire. Probably won't be sober till this year is over. This is a dumpster fire. It is so absurd. Here are some names and words. Zombie fires, flying snakes, Carolina earthquakes, Tiger King, Carol Baskins, Brexit actually happened. Lucas Swarm, meth gators, Zoom weddings, mass caters, Tom Hanks scared us all. Dow Jones historic fall.
No, I'm not saying he's a cool dude. I said he was nice, Frozen. Don't put words into my mouth.
Yeah, we can't travel. Countries hate us. Record numbers of cicadas and a bunch of...
I hate the Christmas jammy. Stop. Fucking stop.
Asteroids almost hit Earth. Pentagon says they know that there was a UFO, but we cared more about a toilet paper dirt. Disney World got canceled, Cops the Show got canceled, Burning Man got canceled, every concert got canceled. Kenny Chesney tour canceled, Doobie Brothers tour canceled, Green Day tour canceled, Bob Dylan tour canceled. The year is a dumpster fire. Probably won't be sober till this year is over. The year is a dumpster fire. We're We're not even mentioning the flipping election. Birds picking up sharks, Broadway going dark, giant star disappears after like a billion years.
And you know, he won't get too political, really. I mean, a little bit. No, I will not have that haircut in a week because I don't have hair on top of my head. That's just life, guys. Sometimes you don't have hair. I have the Holderness picture family somewhere. I'll find it. Not today because I gotta go through my phone, but I'll find it. Look, he's a nice guy. He really was.
Whoa! Look at that.
First it's Harrison and now Rob Gavigan. What's up with friends of ROTC and swords? Not gonna lie, swords are kinda cool.
Fucking nerds. Nerds in their... I'm a nerd too, but nerds in their fucking swords. Nerds in their swords. Well, he says flip it and freak because he's like family friendly. I'm not. Please don't make me explain this. Please don't. Don't. Like I said, I'm on a time crunch today, jerks. Yeah, I know. Frozen's allowed to have a sword because he's Asian. That's your culture. You're allowed to have a sword. Rob Gavigan streamed last night until 7:30 this morning. Oh, good for him. Didn't invite me. Fucking asshole. What's up, Thomas?
Hi, it's me, Thomas, and I found out next Halloween next year in 2021 will be on a Sunday, so Monday, November 1st will be very dreadful. I found people think about calling into work sick on Monday, November 1st, the day after Halloween. And also, yes, I'm glad the fire alarm didn't go off because I would have called in sick, didn't get a good night's sleep. So yeah, that would be my reason, for not coming to work is calling into work sick. So tell them I'm not feeling very well.
Oh, he's don't lie to your job. Don't do that. They're gonna see this video.
I need to stay home. But I'm feeling very good. And also I saw a lot of videos the horror ones. I saw a person blood clots, trying to get it out of the nose. Yeah, I found out what a blood clot is.
Wait, what? Did you see an actual blood clot coming out of the nose or a horror video? Like a movie?
I saw a person blood clots, trying to get it out of the nose. Yeah, I found out what a blood clot is. It is not candy or a luscious treat. No.
Why did he call it a luscious treat? It's not candy or a luscious treat. No.
There's my spooky story right here. Yeah, a blood clot is not candy. No.
Is everyone... I'll give you time to get papers. You can write this down. I want you guys to write it down. Write it down so we all know.
And it's also Andy Dalton's birthday. He is 33 years old. And
He almost got his head fucking ripped off, too.
he's the quarterback.
We're the quarterback.
And he already knows, and he knows the Raiders are moving to Vegas.
Well, they already moved. They're already there.
They are. So maybe next weekend in November I'll do my recycling.
That's good.
And I hope February 2021 we don't have another dry month.
Thank God. Now, I'm with you. You don't need another dry month out there because fires, Thomas. The fires.
In February. Because I wanted to storm like cats and dogs. So I guess we're going, so I gotta go. So, bye. Bye.
Why do you want it to storm? Does he like storms? Do they calm him, maybe? There's a reason for everything he says. Yeah, this is a good point in the chat. Who told him that blood clots were delicious candy? Who's putting these things in Thomas's head? Because they're not delicious candy. His haircut's growing. It'll be by next week. His hair should be fine. It should be fine. So this is I guess this was a show. I think in 2009. No, it might have been before that. Anyway, look, my point is this. How about we just play it? You know, forget it. I'm just going to play it.
The Jackson Jive are, we have, oh yes, actually, there's an interesting story which I'll tell you after they perform, but they're here for a song and dance tribute to Michael Jackson. They're all down from Sydney, these boys, and
Australia.
Simply called the Jackson Jive.
Okay, look. Look. They're just they're big Jackson 5 fans, all right? Give them a fucking break, would you? That one's Michael. Someone asked which one was Michael. That one's Michael.
Look around. The whole world's coming together now.
But he's not even a good singer, though. That would probably help your gimmick if he could sing.
Everybody, sing with me! Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? It's just in the air. The wind is taking it everywhere. Yeah. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it?
Well, they got Gong pretty quick. I guess like a version of the Gong Show.
We'll get a score for you while you get your breath, because we have there's a couple of interesting facts about the Jackson Jive.
Is it the Blackface?
Thank you, Daryl. I love you all.
Thank you. Harry, a little better than the last act, perhaps.
Harry's not happy. I'm going to tell you right now, Harry's not going to be happy about this because he's friends with Will Smith.
Man, you know, if you take the Jackson 5 and subtract this 5.
Whoa! Well, is there any redeeming, would you give them just for turning up, perhaps a 2 or 3 or 4?
Man, if they turned up looking like that in the United States.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, actually. So we'll just keep it at a 0.
Like, hey, there's no more show.
Yeah. Let's go to Jackie now.
Oh, boy, my palm's sweating.
I thought you were very cute. Great choreography. Terrific singing. Fabulous.
Based.
A 7. And...
Harry Connick Jr.
Well, listen, you all booed when I hit the gong. What would you give them? Give me a number.
Correct. 10.
It's a 1. It's a total score of 8. Thank you. The most amazing thing about this, as these boys were on, what was it, 1989. 20 years ago, these guys were doing the same routine 20 years ago on this show. Have a look at this. Just have a look at this.
One more time.
So look, they've been doing it for a while. They know what they're doing. They're a tribute band to the Jackson 5.
What, 20 years ago, and they won.
They won 20 years ago. They did the same act on the show 20 years before. This video for 2009, so 89, and they won.
20 years ago with the same routine. And can we just go through, because I know you were all medical students 20 years ago, but if we start here, and you just would tell us what you are now.
Well, quite ironically, I'm actually a plastic surgeon now.
That is
okay, well, doctor.
You are a plastic surgeon. You, sir?
I'm a radiologist.
Yes.
Urologist.
Yes.
Oh. Anaesthetist.
Yes.
Psychiatrist.
Yeah. And
cardiologist.
Cardiologist. Isn't that amazing?
So they're all fucking doctors?
True. A lot of colour on this show. Total score was 8. That was a score of 8. So you're... I think the DJ Bourbonnaise is in front, isn't he?
Hey, the anaesthetist works. He's put me to sleep.
Thank you, guys. Just take over there. We'll have another couple of acts after the break, because we're... I know it would have been so nice for the promo, but we don't do any after this, so we don't need it.
Well, wait, is that really the case? Does this mean this is my last appearance on Hey Hey Saturday
yes,
for real?
Yes,
I want to do something about that. I'm going to call the
Shut up.
Who are you going to call? Hang on. Hang on. I want to know who you're going to call.
I'm either I'm going to call Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Or I'm going to call the Prime Minister.
Go to the PM on this.
What a weird show. If any from Australia in the chat, what's the show about?
I'd go to the PM, from the AM to the PM.
Oh, wow. That really excites me. But something I want to do, because I noticed, look, when you were judging, very kindly judging Red Faces, I noticed that when we had the Jackson Jive on, and it didn't occur to me till afterwards, that I think we may have offended you with that act, and I deeply apologise.
Ew! Don't apologize to Harry Connick Jr.? Why would they offend him? You're white. Why would it offend you?
Half of all of us, because I know that your countrymen. That's an insult to have a blackface routine like that on the show. So I do apologize.
Is it though? Because Always Sunny came out after this, and there was no problem. It was hilarious. And I don't even think they were good, but now I'm just defending them because this faggot got all hurt.
Apologize to you.
Thanks, Daryl. And I just wanted to say on behalf of of my country, I know it was done humorously, but we've spent so much time trying to not make black people look like buffoons.
Why would you have to spend so much time to do that? But see, there's your insult. What's more insulting? Are these Aussies doing a fucking blackface routine? Or the fact that you're saying that you had the white savior and Harry Connick Jr. had to spend so much time not making these morons look like idiots? Because is that not more insulting? We work so hard trying not to make black people look like buffoons. Is that not way more fucking insulting than what they were doing? That statement to me is absolutely more insulting.
That when we see something like that, we take it really to heart.
And do you though? You don't fucking speak for me.
I know it was in good fun, and the last thing I want to do is take the show to a real, kind of a down level, because I love
I'm going to say this. Listen, I, for one, want to apologize for offending Trenton Wade, our black listener. I deeply want to apologize if this video offended him, if his little fifis are hurt, because I feel like I hurt his feelings. And there's one thing that you don't know about Trenton. He's big, he's a big guy, but underneath all that, he's a sensitive boy. So, he's probably right now doing squat thrusts or fucking clean presses or deadlifting, I'm sure. But everyone, please apologize to Trenton on behalf of Daywave. We apologize. Hey, Trenton, I'm really sorry that we did this. I'm really sorry that Harry Connick Jr. literally called you a buffoon. I don't know why he did that. It doesn't make any sense to me. But that's what I will apologize for. I will apologize that Harry Connick Jr. thinks you're a buffoon. Okay? So next time you watch Independence Day, you remember that.
You know how much I love this show in this country, but I feel like I'm at home here. And
yeah, well, stay there then.
If I knew that was going to be a part of the show, I definitely wouldn't have done it.
Oh, he's so worried. He's so worried. Look how worried he is. Look how fucking worried. I definitely would have done it. He is trying to do anything not to be in any sort of trouble. I definitely wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have been here. Hey, fucko, it's not your show. They don't have to tell you shit. Look at him. Look how worried he is. What about you, Harry Connick Jr.? Literally stealing black people music when you sing. What's the difference? They weren't in Independence Day? That's about it.
Yeah. So thank you for the opportunity. I got to give it up because Daryl said, I told him at the break, he said, man, you need to speak as an American, not as a white American or a black American, but as an American, I need to say that. So thanks for giving me the opportunity.
We hear you. Not to bring the show down, but I wouldn't be here. Yeah, exactly.
We're very sorry. You didn't let me do that. No, thank you. I really wanted to. The show, and we love having you. And the reason we love having you on the show is because, I mean, you play beautiful music and all of that, and you've been through when you were doing funk and jazz and all that stuff, and you're back with these beautiful standards. But it's the fun that you like to have. You do red faces as a judge. I remember that time, I told you when I saw you the other day, you know, I remember the time you came out here. We don't have it on tape or anything, but you came out on the opening you did, and you showed me what chords to play, Vamp Away, on the big hit at the time that you had. You came out here and you opened the show and then threw to yourself to do the opening act, and I was vamping away on piano. You raced down the studio, pushed me off the piano stool. I crawled out on all fours and you went into the hit song, and it's an honorary cast award just to certify that Harry Connick.
Read that with an American accent?
I'm going down south. I don't know whether you fit it in your hand like it. I love it.
All right, well, you get the point. I wonder, I should probably maybe bring that up to the main show. I think that'll be good. That'll be a good one for the main show. I wouldn't have been on here had I have known. In my country, it's offensive. Stop it. Of course he's a pansy. It'll fucking all work. This is in 2009, by the way. This isn't not even now, which would be even way worse if they did that. Way worse.
Whoa! Look at that.
Hey Royce, this lovely show aired from 1999 to 2002. It was a top-rating show in the Netherlands.
Let's
Wait
start,
for the
please.
ending for a good laugh.
Okay.
Hello.
So this was in the Netherlands. All right, we'll check it out. We gotta get to the video though, because I can't do a full show today. So, but now I just saw this, so we'll have to play this.
Start, please.
Please.
Hello. Isn't me you looking?
Is this a woman pretending to be Chinese and interviewing Lionel Richie? Am I correct?
It's my Japanese joke.
Or Japanese, I guess. Dirty knees. Look at these.
Okay, it's quite all right.
Because I Really love the song.
Thank you.
So, how long is Mr. Lionel singing, and who discovered his lovely voice?
How does he not know that this clearly isn't an Asian woman?
That's a tough one. It was something I didn't train for. I was not planning on being a singer. It came as a surprise to me.
It was not your grandmommy?
Well, my grandmother actually was discouraged in notes.
Notes.
Notes. The notes.
So you need to write some notes now.
Yes, no. She. This is gonna be the strangest interview I've ever seen in my life.
All right, you said see the end? Okay, I'm going to just skip to the end here.
But is he a good singer?
Yeah, excellent. Excellent singer.
The best.
Excellent, yes. One of the best.
One of them.
One of the best.
So I really enjoyed the interview.
Thank you so much.
So you have maybe picture from you for me?
I think we have one out there. I can find one for you. Are you staying here?
Oh, yes.
Good. Then I'll get one.
I have picture from me for you.
Oh, you do?
Yes.
I love that.
Yeah, to give to you.
Let me see.
It's for you.
I know Wendy. She just gave that to me. We just took that shot. That's a great shot.
What?
She. You are so ill.
You're ill?
Wendy, you are.
Well, he took it better than Harry Connick Jr. He took it way better than Harry Connick Jr. did. Way better. Anyway, let's get to this here. Oh, we got a couple more of these. Let me play these.
Whoa! Look at that.
Harry Connick Jr. is full of crap. Here's him doing blackface on Mad TV.
Reverend, my head is hanging shamefully low. And I'd love it if you could tell my friends out there why it's hanging so shamefully low. I'll tell them. It's because of the commercial.
Hold on, let's see.
It's hanging shamefully low. And I'd love it if you could tell my friends out there why it's hanging so shamefully low. I'll tell them. It's because of the commercialization of the birth of the baby Jesus. Amen. Amen, Reverend. We have got to get back to the true meaning of criminal. Say it again, Reverend. I don't think they heard you. I said we have got to get back to the true meaning of criminal.
He's not wearing blackface, but he is doing a black preacher character.
All right, Reverend, I feel I have to speak my mind. Oh, break it down for him now. Now, I know a lot of you out there are all alone at the holidays. You got no family, you got no friends. Well, Reverend Fatback and I want you all to know that our church doors are open to you 24 hours a day. Oh, yes, sir. And to make sure them doors don't slam shut, we're using the Harry Connick Jr. CD to keep them proper. Reverend, I just happen to have one of those right here. Oh, glory! It's almost like the new Harry Connick Jr. CD is, well, helping us to, rediscover Christmas. Yes, it is. For example, you...
No, I mean, it is. It's just as... Look, I don't find it offensive. I think it's fine. But it is just... It's the same thing. When was this Mad TV skit? When was it? When was it? Eric Andre blackface. Yeah, that sounds about right. Seems right. But it's definitely the black preacher thing that he's doing. Yeah, less paint, of course. I mean, all these people laughed at all that. All these people laugh at this stuff. It was all funny. It's still funny. It's just you're not allowed to like it. And look, in Harry Connick Jr.'s defense, I don't want to defend him, but in his defense, it's like, what do you do though? I mean, you can't defend it anymore because not if you want to have a career. Do you want to be the guy that defended it? Again, I will say this. That's why I love Always Sunny. Look at their Lethal Weapon stuff. That stuff was amazing. And he literally was wearing blackface in every one of the Lethal Weapon episodes. Mac was. Fucking amazing. Now, I don't know if it's been taken off of places or not. If it is, it's a fucking shame because they're some of my favorite episodes. But that's a good point. I can feel it. It's the Harry Connick Jr. is really working hard to make black folks not look foolish in that skit. Like buffoons was the term that he used. So again, more than anything, and I think before we move on to this video that I'm getting up to here, and I need to get to this video, you know. I want to apologize to Trenton Wade, our black listener, my black listener. That's, you know what I meant, Trent. Don't turn this into a racial thing. I guess I'm turning into a racial thing, but I want to apologize to Trenton Wade, the black listener. There you go. That's the right way to say it, Royce. Got it. I want to apologize to Trenton Wade, the black listener, but not for what he thinks. I want to apologize for Harry Connick Jr.'s music. Honestly, it's fucking terrible. And I feel like I owe you an apology for making you remember Harry Connick Jr.'s shitty, terrible, jazz standard bullshit. Because it's really, really bad. Okay? And I, for one, would not want to offend somebody with lats like Trenton, because he could kill me. He's a big guy, okay? He's a big guy, and he could hurt me. I don't want to be hurt, and I am just saying these things out of complete fear, okay? Out of complete and utter fear. So I'm really sorry. I'm very, very sorry. As a matter of fact, let me see something here. Let me see if I can do something here. Where is it? We are yield. Give me a second. Is this one it? Hold on. Give me 1 second. I know what I could do here. I know what I have to do here. Let's see here. Hold on, I have an idea. There's a purpose to what I'm doing. Relax. Let's see here. Okay, there it is. Let's see. Hopefully he picks up. We're going to see. Hopefully he picks up. We'll see.
Hello.
Hey, John. What's up? Hey, look, you're on the air, by the way, just so you know.
Yay.
Okay, so really quick, and I know you have no idea what's going on, but you're better at this than I am. I think that Harry Connick Jr., just so you have the background here, may have offended one of our black listeners by trying to shame Blackface. So can you just please apologize?
You're kidding.
No, can you? Yeah, it's true. I'm not even lying. Can you please apologize?
Yeah. Just tell me when to go, man.
You're good.
Geez.
Go for it.
Look, I mean, I know I have a really successful tonic water business, and in light of everyone being closed away. By the way, Henry Connick's tonic. I was just trying to put a little joy in the holiday spirits. No pun intended. And, so I put some makeup on so I looked like a different, skin color. But I didn't mean to offend. Please buy my tonic water. I am deeply, from the bottom of my heart, I am very sorry, and if we can just go forward, I would be more than happy.
Well, you know, John, it takes a big man to apologize for Harry Connick Jr. And you, sir, you are a big man. And I just want to tell you on behalf of my friend, Trenton Wade. I don't accept. Have a good day, John. Bye.
Bye.
Are we cool now? Are we good now? We're good now, right? Perfect. All right, so look, I got to get to this video. Okay, I really do. I really have to get to this video. We tried to get to it yesterday. Men versus Women, 1959. Finland, Japan, Ceylon, in the Philippines. I want to apologize to all the Latinos. Your Heritage Month was taken by black people. Fellow Latino Royce Consuela Machacha Lopez has that's not really. And Pinoid says, I never been inside a Starbucks, so I got no idea who this dude is. So you do know, though. You do know they play his music. All right. Anyway. Royce's entire career was and is a minstrel show. Well, it's fine, but it's a career, I guess. At least I'm working. Sorry. I don't know why I turned into a fucking plantation owner with that one.
Is stating fairly strongly that she's pretty sure she'd never want to marry a man who was raised in Asia.
Based. First off, based in anti-chink pilled. And I'm allowed to say that because Frozen Asian gave me the C-pass.
You sure of that position, Karina, and why?
Well, I'm pretty sure, but first I want to make my point clear. I want to ask you, PTM, about about the position of women in Ceylon.
Well, in Ceylon, I, for instance, I belong to the Western educated, English educated class.
Yeah, you want to be white. I got it, bud.
And I'm very much like any American, you know. But the large majority do not accept women as equals. They are definitely inferior to the men. I wonder whether you want to know anything more about it.
I just can't understand that. How can they think that a woman can be inferior to a man?
Well, and I said this yesterday, but I'll say it again because it's the eyeballs, ears, interactions, voting patterns. I don't know. Walking by a Forever 21.
Inferior in this sense, they're politically equal. They have the vote. They're legally equal. But socially, they're not. Because the people believe, and they believe very strongly, that the men have a particular function quite independent of the women who have something quite different altogether. And they are just not the same. They're not just human beings together.
May I say, in Japan, it was said for women that when she is a girl, she must obey their parents, and when she is
Okay, look. Can somebody please contact Walt Disney World? One of the It's a Small World props got away. Can they please go grab it? I'm saying obviously this should be taken care of with some sort of class. Maybe like a big butterfly net and bring her back to the exhibit.
wife, she become a wife. She have to obey their husband.
What if this turns out to be a fucking white person too, like the Lionel Richie thing? That would be what a twist.
And when she become a mother, she have to obey their children.
The son.
Yes.
In particular.
Yes.
Yeah, obviously. That's the culture.
Particular son.
Particular
Can you
son?
imagine that? Yes.
Particular son.
And
I just can't understand
and
that.
Japanese women put up with it for a long time.
You mean that you put a man before a woman?
Well, I want to ask you a question. You say that the women are equal. In what way do you say that the women are equal to men? I know they are equal, probably intellectually. Probably legally they are equal. Politically they are equal. But
what?
Don't you accept the fact that there are differences and in certain ways that women are inferior to men. Do you accept that fact?
Well, of course, they are maybe stronger than we are. But that's only...
Not maybe. They definitely are stronger. There's no doubt about that.
a biological point. Don't you think that women have brains as men have?
Of course, I strongly think so, and I think they are even superior to us. I think so. But that's not the point.
I think I don't believe that men are superior over women. Because we have always learned that all men are created equal. And that includes men and women. And
does it, though?
In fact, women are more intellectual than men.
Yes, I agree with you on that.
And that means that in some cases, men are superior to women, and in some cases, women are superior to men.
Precisely, yes.
But then your society doesn't, when you're talking about the social enforced inferiority of women, there's a contradiction here, isn't there?
Well, the point is, it is something that has been accepted, not only by the men, but by the women too. Because, you know, it's something that's accepted because there are the advantages for women too, you know. I mean, now for instance, let me explain this point. You know, all the girls that I met in American schools, they complain that the boys will never get up for a girl in a bus. But in Ceylon, I won't sit down in a bus if any girl is standing anywhere in the bus, for instance. Because I respect...
Look for... M'lady? Thank you. M'lady? Jesus Christ, stop pandering. Finland's not going to sleep with you, just so you know.
Because, as the saying goes, the strength of a girl lies in her weakness. And I wanted to realize that point.
Well, my point is that the woman feels superior to man. And a woman is superior to man. But the woman wants to act inferior to man.
Oh, hey, ladies, are you putting on a show for us? Is that what it is, ladies? Are you putting on a fucking show for us? Is that what it is? Huh? Huh? Do you fucking want the Death by Snoo Snoo from this one? Is that what it is?
You understand?
Why does she want that to act inferior?
Why? That's the reason. That's the question. Why?
But because a man wants to become master of a woman, I think.
And so?
And so it may good for women that letting them believe them this point.
Hey, have you women been lying to us this whole time? Because if it is, great show, ladies. Great show. Maybe you should be the new Borat.
Well, aren't we treating men as inferior if you, as you say, a woman knows she's superior, but a man wants to believe he's the master,
Yes.
and so the women have a quiet conspiracy?
Let's speak about that secret.
You mean James M. Barry, and
Yeah.
what every woman knows? Well, go on.
But don't you think if a woman is considered as inferior in Oriental countries, it hinders the progress of the country. It hinders the individualism.
The point is this, all that it means is that there are particular functions which men do and particular functions that women do. I mean, it's quite ridiculous to imagine that women can do everything that men do. And it's a fact that they can't.
No, they can. Sure they can.
Not everything, surely. I mean, the very fact that you're physically inferior means certain things, doesn't it? I mean,
well, okay, look, in this particular case, like, let me be clear here. In this particular case, I do not believe this woman is physically inferior to you. Of course, by large and statistically speaking, yes, obviously they are. But I don't know, man. This is a big broad. Look at those shoulders. Fucking J.J. Watt shoulders over here.
The point is this, I mean, now for instance, a society like...
There are also weak men and strong men. You know, I go to...
She's gonna fuck him up. She's coming after him hard.
There are more superior men than superior women.
Yes. Also, this guy's right. He's absolutely right.
There are more superior men.
Think a little. I go to a boys' school with 600 boys and 10 girls.
Whoa, hold on. Hold up. Let's back up here for a second. What kind of school has 600 boys and only 10 girls? I haven't heard of these kind of... I've heard of all boys school. I've heard of all girls school. But 600 boys and 10 girls? That's not a good ratio. Prom must have been very awkward at that school. I can't even imagine.
And I'm the only girl in my class. And I really feel that I'm superior to them in almost every case.
Well, if that was the case, there'd be more than 10 girls in that school, now wouldn't there? Just pointing that out. If women were really superior, the ratio would be a little different.
Except that I can't run as fast as they can in every place.
Well, she's not happy. She's really mad. She's really fucking mad.
All right. Of course, but you may be an exception, and that's why you are here today. That's the important point.
You're the exception, and that's why you're here today. Oof. Back and forth, going back. This is a very snippy one.
No, it's not only that.
There's another case which shows that man is superior to women. In this case, a man can have many wives, but can women have many husbands?
A man can have many wives, but can women have many husbands? I'm trying to see, is he Mormon maybe?
There are countries in which that's possible.
Yeah, but very seldom. But mostly men can have more wives than a woman can have more husbands.
Oh, why can't the woman have more husbands then?
Well, because men are superior over women.
What's your point of view on that? Do you defend polygamy?
That's right.
Oh, why?
This is 1959. This is wild. This is fucking wild.
I guess we better find out why.
For women.
Just why?
Well, polygamy is good, I think. In my own opinion, polygamy is good.
Why?
Because it shows that men is superior over women. And it is also good because it makes a man and a woman, and a man and women, a well-rounded person.
How can you love
I couldn't
many
understand
women?
that, Edgar. I couldn't understand.
You
I
can't
couldn't understand that last point. Explain.
It makes a man a well-rounded person. Like, for example, this. If, in the case of women, suppose there are 5 women as a wife of a man, as wives of men.
Wives, yes.
They must have cooperation in order to have unity in the home.
They have to have cooperation.
Yes, they must have
in order
cooperation.
to have unity. Yes.
And they must have cooperation in order to have unity in the home. And they must have cooperation in order to make a home a good place to live.
She is so angry. She is so mad. She's so mad. She's so mad. And that's a good point. You know, so somebody sent me a message. One of my friends that's listening. The reason. Thank you, Jessica. By the way, the reason that she feels special is because the wonder she feels like she's better than men and special is she's in a school with. There's only 9 other girls with 600 guys vying for your attention. Of course you're going to feel better. Of course you're going to feel special, right? Isn't that how you would feel? You're the belle of the ball, you know?
For
and that means for the family.
But why do they need 5 women there?
Well,
Isn't
because
one enough?
it's polygamy.
I don't think you've quite made your point. Why is it good for women?
Well, it is good because it develops good personality. In this, I'm referring to a good personality because it makes a person a well-adjusted one. Like, for example, this. If we are in a group, we will learn how to adjust ourselves to one's characteristics and one's habit. But if we are alone, we cannot learn what are the habits of other women, what are the characteristics of other women.
Can't we? We surely can.
Whoa, she's slamming the table. Hey, we're having a fucking conversation here, lady. You need to relax a little bit. Pull back. Pull back, homie. Wow, she's really pissed.
Yeah, you can learn it, but in a different way. You can learn it, but in a different way and a different effect. See?
Edgar, the point is, do you defend the girls having, if you have 5 wives, would you defend each one of those girls having 5 husbands or something? That's the point. The girls object.
Will you please repeat your question? I'm not that clear.
No, if you say that you would like to have 5 wives, okay? And
I did not say
no,
that.
I mean,
well, let's expect
this
so.
is a hypothetical case, okay? Now, would you allow each one of those 5 wives to have 5 husbands? The point is, what I say is, where polygamy exists, we have two criteria. You know, we have one set of values for the men and one for the women. And I don't agree with that at all.
I cite the example that men can have many wives because they are superior over women.
I'm sorry. Can somebody give me the number of the base department, please? Please, I need to call the base department.
No, they are not.
They are.
Thank you.
In which case?
In most cases.
You mean that they have more brains as I am?
They have more power to lead.
No, they don't have in every case.
They
Not
have more.
every woman.
In most cases.
I mean that if a woman
Whoa! Hey, Alex Jones. Stop hitting the table. What the Look, the other woman's trying to console her. See, you kind of helped, in a way, at least in this conversation, prove the point why men are superior. You have become emotional. You are now emotional, and you are fucking hitting the table while the guy's giving an opinion you don't agree with. Who became emotional here?
her brains, she's superior.
No, wait a minute. Edgar, how can you love
Just imagine all...
5 women?
Hmm?
How can you
Love
love
isn't so
5
important
women?
for her.
Oh, you can love you can love
that's
all
an
of
interesting
them.
point. I mean, this business of love. I think we should make some comments about that because on that lies the whole thing, you know. Whether you marry for love or not, because I think if you marry for love, you can't marry 5 women. It's pretty obvious.
You can marry for love and still, you can marry 5 women and still marry them for love.
I don't agree.
Look at this guy. Look at the sly smile on this guy. This guy's a fucking Filipino Chad.
Well, I would like to make my point clear.
He marries domestic animals.
Whoa! You know, people used to be courteous with each other. She said he marries domestic animals. Now, whether it's true or not, I don't know. I mean, who knows?
He marries domestic animals.
Maybe not.
That's a good place to leave it. Let's go on. Do you have polygamy in Ceylon?
No, certainly not. Certainly not. Of course.
Don't tell me that there's no polygamy in Ceylon.
Well, there are the Muslims, you know, in Ceylon who, of course, marry. That's the law. But the Sinhalese, the Tribal don't.
Oh, okay. The Muslims do. The dirty Muslims do. I got you.
Certainly not.
Oh, I see. So it does exist in your country, but
To
you
some
don't.
extent, yes.
Well, now, let me ask you this. I'm worried about something Yama said. She said that a Japanese woman is taught to obey her parent when she's a child, her husband when she's a wife, and her son when she's a mother. But the Japanese women have the vote, don't they?
Yes, we have. We have vote.
Well, the thing that confuses me is at what point does a child and a woman begin to have the responsibility that will help them be a citizen?
The point is this, Mrs. Waller. Now, for instance, take the American woman as example.
Hey, Sri Lanka, but she was talking to the Asian chick.
They do everything that they want to do everything that the men do. As a result, I think, for instance, a American home, would not be the real home, you know, that we associate with the family fire burning and with, you know, mother at home and, you know, it's a different conception altogether. That's where I think that's why the saying goes that a woman must stay at home because we want her to be at home and be a mother and, you know, that...
Try to understand it's the home of a democratic country. Do you?
The point is we want the women to be mothers voluntarily. We don't want to force them to do that. We want, we want them to be spontaneous.
But they can be mothers too. They can be mothers though they have a home like that.
But I think the reason why things like juvenile delinquency in this country is so high, we have nothing like that in Ceylon.
Remember, we've watched this Finland bitch in another video. She's a fucking commie too. Don't forget that. She was pro-dictator.
Countries, very little rather. Well, it's I think largely due to this fact.
So she's pro-dictator. She wants her country ruled by one man, but women are she's all over the place. She's an emotional fucking wreck.
You know, I'm not an American, but I think that what they do, they train for their children for their life. And I think that's the main thing. They just, the children, they are ready to begin their own life as individuals when they leave their home.
In what videos? Oh, individuals. Got it.
You same with us.
Oh, is it same with...
Yes, it is the same, completely the same, that we are trained for life.
Yeah, but if a girl leaves a home in Philippines, can she go?
Uh-oh. Wait a second. I'm going to need some lady. Hold on. I'm going to need some women to help me out on this one. Is what he's doing working on her? She's leaning in and she's touching him. Huh. Is alpha male Filipino working? Remember at the beginning of the starter where they're saying that she would never marry an Asian person. I guess he took offense to that. Remember, that's how this all started. Don't forget that's how it started. Don't be all like, oh, this Finn is really blowing him out, blowing the doors off. I mean, she started by saying she wouldn't date an Asian man. And now she's leaning in. Now she's touching him. I don't know. This seems like, let me just go back a couple seconds. What's the body language?
Girl leaves a home in Philippines.
See?
Can she go to university and get a profession?
Sure, she can go to a university and study.
Of course. As a matter of fact,
I don't know, man. I'm seeing a lot of weird body language going on here. Watch what he does with the mouth, too.
Sure, she can go to a university and study.
Of course.
Bites her lip. I don't know. Look, I'm asking the women. Women would know better. All right, well, Jessica's got a good point. She may be trying to be persuasive by using the only real thing women have, sexuality. That's a good point. It could be used as a weapon. I'm just seeing this. I'm just trying to see. I'm trying to take this from, I don't know.
Matter of fact, 60% of the people in our university are women, not men. 60%.
But why do you defend then polygamy?
Well, I defend polygamy in this case.
Look at that. She has the I could change him look.
In my humble opinion, I think polygamy is profitable to both men and women. Because of this now. Wait, let me finish first.
Let me just clarify one point. It does not exist very widely in the Philippines, does it?
No, not exactly.
Does it exist at all?
It exists, but only in some parts of the Philippines.
I see, and you're advocating a social revolution here in this sense, are you?
Maybe
just a
not.
second, Edgar.
I like this guy. He's got swag.
Yama, to come back to the point that I asked her a moment ago about at what point does a child and a woman begin to learn how to be responsible?
Do they vote what their husbands vote?
No, they don't. Because Japan is Americanized. Before the World War
Hell yeah, it is.
Japan was completely Oriental. But after the World War II, under the American occupation, Japan was completely changed and Americanized. So young people want to become Westernized, and old people want to cling their tradition and their custom. But they're much...
Japan wants to become Americanized. Now, mind you, this is what? 15, 16 years after we dropped 2 fucking atom bombs on them?
Conflict in Japan now. So, but I want to become Westernized. But I don't want to lose my good point in Japan.
How can you compromise that?
Well, I think it's possible, Karina. I think there's a lot of good in the West, Western ideas and ideas. Certainly that we haven't in the East. But at the same time, there's a lot in the East that you can learn in the West. I think a compromise would be the idea.
Like what? What can we learn? What can we fucking learn from Sri Lanka? No, seriously. I want to know... What can we learn from Sri Lanka? Tell me.
Let Yama answer how she compromises this.
Oh, I love Japan, and I love Japanese things, but sometimes our tradition is not good, because for especially women, and women in the country.
I know, I'm getting angry at dead people again. Thank you. You guys keep me, thank you. You guys actually, I wanted to thank the chat sometimes because you guys actually bring me back, because I really get really angry at fucking probably dead people.
In the country, if women read newspapers, literary books, and if they discuss about politics, they are not disapproved by.
They are not approved.
Oh yes, they are not approved by old people and their husband, and sometimes their husband forsake them. It's really, it exists now.
If you were a Japanese man, would you forsake your wife if she were westernized?
Will you please repeat the question?
Well, he's not a Japanese man, so it doesn't matter.
If you were a Japanese man now, would you forsake your wife if she were westernized?
If she learned to read and discuss politics?
Oh, I won't forsake her. I married her because I love her, and I won't forsake her.
He has several
Based.
others, you remember.
You can afford to.
But what about the young girls in your position in Japan? You say there's much conflict. Suppose you want to go ahead to university, get an education, develop a profession. Does this give you any handicap?
Yes, they do. But in my family, they don't. But other people, they do. But
well, why?
Because if women go to college and they get education, they are afraid that women will be conceited.
And would it be harder for her to find a husband then?
Yes.
No.
Look at that. China, man. Now it's all anime and stuff. It's not that anymore. But still, back then.
What about Ceylon? Is a woman who is westernized oh, but she doesn't have anything to say about her husband anyway, does she?
No, that brings to an interesting point about arranged marriages, which seems to be quite strange here, and nobody seems to approve of it. But in my country and in most Eastern countries, you find that, and as a matter of fact, the large majority of the world population approve of it, you know.
Arranged marriages? That's what he said, right? Arranged marriages? Japanese, Chinese, it's all the same. Don't fucking go come at. You know what I meant. I meant Japan. Okay, I'm racist. I get it.
Probably that's a fact, and the girl really has very little choice about the matter, because she loves, she approves of what the parent decides, you know. But the point is that she's always asked, and she can of course say no. But it so happens that she accepts, and you know. As Mrs. Wallace says, they inevitably fall in love, you know, later on. It happens. It's quite strange. You may not believe it, but it does happen. And I think the fact that we have hardly any divorce, is quite, it's something rare. If a person divorces, it's almost not known. But 1 in every 4 marriages here is a divorce. That's a fact, Karina.
1 in every 4 in 1959. It's 50% now. Boy, times have changed. Boy, have times changed.
I want to know.
Yeah, but I'm not an American. We don't have that much divorce.
You were defending that point with me.
Yeah, but we don't have that much
But
divorce.
what is the trend? You've said that far more people in the world have societies where there are arranged marriages than love marriages, as we have in the West. What is the trend in the world? What's the trend in your own 3 countries here?
For instance, in my country, the class that I belong, the westernized class, there's far more divorces in my class than there is among the rest of the people. So we consider going backwards, not going forward. That's the point.
In Japan, it's the same.
Think of the development.
Many are arranged marriage, but
what's the direction? Are there more and more or less and less?
Oh, less and less.
Well, now, why is that?
Oh, many people agree with love. don't agree with the arranged marriage.
Now, does this have anything whatsoever to do with what's happening politically in your countries?
Well, I mean, they're still trying to wipe those shadows off of the fucking walls in Japan still. So, I mean, I don't know if it's fair to ask them. Sri Lanka, what were they doing in 1959? The thing is with these, you have to kind of know history. If it was going on what was going on in Sri Lanka in 1959? What about Finland? Doesn't really matter. You know, what was going on in these places? In the Philippines. What was going on in the Philippines in 1959? Frozen? You would know, right? You're from Canada.
Because of course, now in my country, we were under Western influence for 500 years, from 1505. And of course, the Western influence and ideas of, this type of social ideas that we get from the West.
Do you think that's good?
Love marriage.
Yes.
Of course, I approve of love marriage, certainly. I mean, I won't marry unless I love my girl. There's no doubt about it.
And you too?
It really is funny seeing how things have changed, even for all these countries.
I approve of that.
But how can you love 5 women? Let him off the hook, Harry.
We
I
can
don't
love
think
5
he believes
women.
a word of it.
Like, for example, this. You can also love 5 men if you wanted to.
Oh,
She's big. Trust me, she can. She could do that. She's a big gal. She's a big gal.
If you want it.
We cannot.
Oh, you can if you
We
want
cannot.
it.
No.
If you want it, you can.
No, we cannot.
Oh, no, don't tell me.
Oh, sorry. Now I thought we were talking about the Finnish girl.
It's not true love.
Don't tell me it's a true
No,
love.
not true
But
Don't
love.
tell me
that's
it's not a
an
true
interesting
love.
point. You can love your father and your mother equally, can't you?
Yes,
Of
that's
course
right.
we can.
That's the point.
Well,
You can love your mother, your sister, your brothers equally. How much more?
The rule of dictator Ferdinand Marcos. See, there you go. So, this guy's all fucking pent up.
Your wives. Your wives.
But do you think the same love toward the father and mother
We
your
hear it
wife?
said that Japanese women make the best wives in the world. I think you've already showed why this is true.
Subservient. What do you think back from Nam? So many of them came back with Asian wives. So many boomers came back with Asian wives.
Constancy that you've displayed. But I'm still trying to understand a little bit better the values in the two. If we're talking about building up children and women to be good citizens, what are the values that you have that we lack, and what are the values that we have in the West that you lack? Or,
well, I think the price you pay, for equality with men, socially and every way, is that you lose the feminine quality that is a woman. Once that is
Yeah,
removed,
but
you
let's
don't-
be
you don't have
honest.
anything at all. It's
Well,
not
let's be
female.
honest. Finland already is she's already broad-shouldered. She's already a dude. She's already a dude. I mean, what feminine quality is she gonna lose?
Feminine quality in you.
do you think that I'm not female at all?
No, honey, you are. No one's saying you're not female at all. You clearly are. Look how emotional you are right now. Obviously, you're female.
I mean, I'm not looking to you personally. I think you are.
But I mean, in what case you mean that the clothes and the sensitive heart and so on? Don't you think that we can have a sensitive heart, but we have our social rights and equality?
No, but when you go on acting like a man, it's inevitable you're losing that part in you,
Oh, fucking, here we go. Oh, boy, bass time again.
I think a woman should realize that she's a woman. That is important,
Oh, we realize.
Yes.
Always
By
we
the way,
realize.
What are the acts of the woman that shows that he is adapting the ways of the man? What are the acts that women act that shows that he is acting the way a man acts?
Well, actually, that's a fair, you can't sort of make a general statement because it's found in the general behavior,
You've already said at the beginning that American girls don't get the politeness that they would
Yes.
like to have because they've been trying to be too equal. That would answer part of your question.
Is he wrong, though? Is he wrong, though?
Wouldn't it?
But why do we need that? I don't belong after any respect like that.
But
I want some person to respect me as a person, as an individual.
Yeah, honey, I get it. But if you didn't vote, it'd probably be a lot easier for us to respect you. I don't know. It's what I'm saying.
But that doesn't show that women will act as a man, like a man.
Yes.
His ways are a man.
No, the point is, it's not because of one incident or two. It's a general pattern of
Is not the Philippines guy simping for Finland girl? Did he pick up the vibe and think he has a shot?
behavior, which is very obvious very obvious to me, if it's not to you.
What kind?
Yama, go ahead.
Don't you think women should have equal education?
Of course, certainly. Equal education, equal political rights, equal legal rights. I mean, there should be no discrimination because she's a woman. But yet, a woman should realize that she's a woman and not a man, and act like a woman. That's the point that I'm
But
trying to
we
say.
always realize
We always realize
No,
that.
you may, but not all women. I have seen quite a few who do not in this country.
Yeah, but that'll never catch on. Right, fellas?
But Tisa, how can you get complete equality that you say you want if the woman isn't allowed to have a profession, if, as you say, she must be home and be home all the time? Aren't you saying two contradictory things
But
at
the
the
point
same
is,
time?
I think if the husband can afford to run the family, I think the woman should stay at home
I
because
remember Jessica's got a good point. My friend Jessica sent me a message. He's got a really good point here. Okay, like women don't want you to adopt. Women don't want men to be more ladylike, but women want to be able to be more dude-like and still be accepted. They could lie and they could say they want a sensitive man, but do they really? Or do they want a man? Like, I don't know. I guess everyone's different. I mean, obviously everybody is looking for different, but do they really want like a fucking sensitive dude, or they want a man?
she's an integral part of the home. If she is removed and put in the office, then there's no home.
But why do you then need education? Do you think that my family educates me only for being a mother?
Whoa, honey. Again, you're being emotional right now. If you really wanted to be a man, you wouldn't get that emotional.
She's an integral part of the home. If she is removed and put in the office, then there's no home.
But why do you then need education? Do you think that my family educates me only for being a mother?
So you mean to say that you have education to get a job?
Yes.
You learn for the sake of learning. I learn for the sake of learning, not to get a job.
Well, I mean, okay, well, I disagree with you there, bud.
That's the point that women ought to do. How can they vote? How can they do anything if they are not educated?
Well, they should get education, but that doesn't mean that they should go and get a job. There's no connection between the two.
But think a little. A woman must get a job and a profession. Think a little. I am married. I have 5 kids and a husband. So my husband dies. I have no profession. What can I do?
But that's different.
Remarry, I guess. It's always an option, right?
If you're educated, you can always get a job.
No, not if I don't practice. I'm not so good. I can't get so good
Stop hitting the table, lady.
possibilities to get any.
Of course, you are presuming that your husband will die very soon, but that's a rare exception.
Yeah, but we must accept those exceptions. We must think
Well,
of
probably,
them.
that doesn't answer my point at all. I'm merely referring to a pattern of behavior that I've noticed where, the women all go to work and there's the home is broken up so badly, there's no home.
No, it doesn't show.
Just a minute, Edgar. I think this point has to be clarified. I think what Karina's saying is, what is the incentive to learn, to develop yourself in a very specialized profession, if you know that the minute you get married, you aren't going to use it? Where's the incentive in education for a woman?
Well, I'm sure that women can do certain types of work without...
Secretaries, for example. You could be secretaries and you could work at a diner, for example. Well, guys, help me out. What are some other jobs women can do? Mind you, mindset of 1959, obviously. 1959, what do you think he was thinking are jobs that women could do? I don't know if he's going to say them or not, but I'm curious. Remember, you think be in the mindset of 1959. We have the view through that lens. In 1959, what job did he think women could do? Be a maid. The dishes. JW, the dishes isn't a job, okay? It's not a job. Secretary, nurse, cafeteria worker. Guys, JW, again, laundry isn't a job. Laundry isn't a job. Laundry isn't a job. Waitress we got, okay, homemaker secretary we got, iron worker, no, 1959, remember, through the lens of a 1959. Hand, rim, and blow, no, those are sexual things. I mean actual jobs. Spinster's not a job. Phone operator. Thank you, Frozen got one that we did in phone operator. Assistant, see, Rex has assistant. Housekeeping. Baby maker, again, not a job. Streetwalker, technically job, but I meant acceptable job for 1959. Sandwich maker is not a job, guys. So, you know, sandwich artist isn't a job, JJ. Come on. I mean, I guess if you worked at Subway. All right, take that back. You could work at a deli. Seamstress? Crazy got like a point. Seamstress? You could be a seamstress? That's good? She can't be a bouncer. Burlesque. Hey, there you go. 1959. I remember 1959 is what we're thinking of. CEO of IBM. Okay, come on. Yeah. Unless IBM stands for in bathroom maid, I don't think she could be the CEO of IBM in 1959. No, Rosie the Riveter was a myth. Anyway, sorry, let's continue.
Risky, I mean, without interfering with their family. For instance, my mother was a principal of a girls' school for about 15 years. And I mean, she was a very good mother, and that didn't interfere with her family activity at all. I mean, but that doesn't mean that all women are like that, you know.
You're confused. What do you mean now?
No, he's not confused. He has a different opinion than you Finnish bitch. Again, if you missed the other one with this thing, that's not, I'm arguing with dead people. Guys, you got to keep me in check. That's your job. Your job is to keep me in check here. Don't let me argue with these dead people. Calmly, what I will say is you were supporting a dictatorship, which would be one man ruling over your entire country. But you right now don't like the fact that somebody is saying a man should rule over a household.
You mean that you take only exceptions now, don't you?
No, all that I say is that
women ought not work.
No, all that I say is that woman must realize that she is an integral part of the home. That we want
integral
her for the sake of building up a good home. After all, the home is the unit in society, after all. I mean,
my buddy John says, a woman could also be a cat mechanic. Excuse me, what the fuck is a cat mechanic? Do they repair cats? I know you could own a cat. What the fuck? Yeah, we're going to have to declaw it. I'm sorry, we brought it in, and the cat has too many miles. We're just going to have to declaw this one, you know? It's a total wreck. We could get you a new one. We'll call your insurance company.
We are not just sort of scattered individuals. We belong to homes, you know, and home is different from a house because it's a woman that makes a difference between a home and a house, you know.
But think of the modern society. They put homes full of those machines, washing machines, dishing machines, and so on. Everything goes so quickly. If I make food, I can just throw everything away. I have no time. My children are at school. What can I do? Can I have a job?
Listen, Joker smile. You could do whatever you want. He's just giving you his opinion of his country, and stop trying to impose your will on him.
No.
Or sit at home and knit some stockings I could get much cheaper in a store.
There's a nice saying that the trouble with women is that they rather mend our ways than our socks. So.
Wait, the trouble with women is what? What did he say?
In a store.
There's a nice saying that the trouble with women is that they rather mend our ways than our socks. So.
They'd rather mend our ways than our socks. They'd rather mend our ways. Wow. Wow. Hold on. You know, not everyone deserves this. Not every video's gotten this. But in this particular situation,
some stockings I could get much cheaper in a store.
There's a nice saying that the trouble with women is that they rather mend our ways than our socks.
It's the motherfucking Eagle Double G. Snoop Dogg. You know I'm mobbing with the D.R.E. Yeah. You know who's back up in this motherfucker. So blaze the weed up then. Blaze that shit up, nigga. Yeah. Sup, Snoop? Top dog, light them all, nigga, burn this shit up. DP.
Wow, he came in with the heat. He came in with the fucking heat.
that answers the question there, you know.
No, I think Karina's... Go ahead, Yama.
This is typical Oriental. I think in Japan, it is not good for women.
Can't believe how sexist you guys are. Seriously? Of course we are.
That she has
Occupation? Profession?
Yes. It's not good.
Do you defend it?
I think.
Well, just a minute. What do you look forward to doing?
I don't defend, but for women, if she is in home peacefully, for women, it is very happy, I think.
What do you look forward to?
Oh. Only bringing up children.
But what do you do if your husband dies?
No.
Why would you make her sad? What is it with this bitch obsessed with husbands dying? Has she killed? Has this Finnish bitch killed before? I feel like she's a murderer. Certainly is talking like someone who was killed in the past and will kill again. Why is she so obsessed with her husband dying?
Or if you get a position that you must work.
We can get education, and when our woman is not die, woman is exhausted.
I'm sorry.
No,
We've got to leave it at that. I'm sorry, Edgar. Our time is up, and we still haven't solved the problem, and I'm terribly sorry. But we must leave until next week then, at this time.
I mean, that's pretty much that's that one. Whew. She really is just, that Finnish woman is not happy about anything, really. I wonder, she seems to be a popular one. She seems like she's been on a few of them. We got more to go through as the weeks come by, but, you know, I mean, I have 1955. I have high school students. This one will probably be soon. I have Egypt, Israel, Iceland, and Norway. 1955. Discuss Middle East conflict. How's that for one?
To the 4 students who are...
How's that for one? That one will be fun, for sure. All right, let's see. What do we got here?
Whoa! Look at that.
A blood clot is not candy or a luscious treat. I want to make sure you know that.
Yeah, no, I know. But thank you, Ryan, for reminding me. Thomas reminded me, and I needed to be reminded again. I appreciate it.
Whoa! Look at that.
That's it. They're getting unruly. We're just going to have to unlawfully pay every single one of them 23 less than what a man earns.
Fair enough. Fair enough. That's a good point. My buddy John goes, I'd rather cook something delicious and watch Finding Nemo 6 times than go down to a coal mine. Yeah, well, you know what? You're right. But what if your husband dies? She was obsessed. She was fucking obsessed with husbands dying. Nice. Maybe we'll get a little bit more history and a little less Jew bashing. Just saying. Wait, I'm sorry, Aaron. I want to be clear. From me or from them? Out of curiosity, I'm curious. Do you mean less Jew bashing from me or less Jew bashing from the 1950s students? Just trying to figure out because, honestly, Closure's here, and Closure, let me tell you something. Closure literally lives in Israel. All right? Can't offend her. Doesn't get mad. Doesn't care. Doesn't care. Sushi, imagine being born a woman and being told to get back in the kitchen. Think about it from their perspective, you caveman. You guys talk like children. Sushi, first off, thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. Relax. All right. We're joking around. Do you take everything on the internet so seriously? We're having fun. We're having fun. I have nothing against with women getting a job. Seriously, is that what you think? Do you think I have a problem with that? Every woman in my life works. Every woman in my life works. I'm fucking relaxed. Don't get to see. But again, Sushi, are you a woman? Sushi Mitsubishi's very difficult. I don't know. I could be a guy or a girl. Are you a woman or are you a man? Because if you're a woman, then you were actually reacting in the very way that we were making fun of. Just curious. I'm yelling at dead high school students from the 50s. Are you taking any of this to heart? Because you really shouldn't. We're just having fun. Or trying to anyway. Social Observer. Women working a job is fine, but voting is where I draw the line. I'm a man? Eesh. All right. Oh. I hope she sees this, bro. Don't take the internet too seriously. Don't take the internet too seriously, buddy. We have fun here. No, but I'm curious. Sorry, I was going back to the other question. You worried about me Jew bashing or the 1950 kids Jew bashing? Out of curiosity. Just curious. And also, are you new to this show? I'm just asking. Are you new to the show? Do you understand that I have literally played a video? Okay, I'm sorry. It's important to me that you know that if you're worried about offending Jewish people, for example, don't forget that Orthodox Jews literally have this as one of their kids' shows. This isn't me. This is them. I'm offending people? Okay.
Come to the world of five. Say hello, meet everyone. Come and learn with five.
Join us.
So much fun. Come to the world of five. There's plenty of room for everyone.
Come on in.
Come and learn with five. Come join and you'll have fun. All five.
That's me.
Songs and games for everyone.
Is there anything I could say that's more offensive than an Orthodox Jewish cartoon where the mascot is money? I think not, my friend. I think not. Seriously. Goebbels couldn't do better propaganda than an actual show made by Orthodox people for kids. He couldn't. He tried his entire life. And at the end of the day, Jews are even better at making their own propaganda. You can't even beat them at that, folks. They're going to win no matter what.
We're learning and having fun. All five-ish. Jump and dance and run. All five-ish.
Closer, our Jewish listener. I'm not offended by anything but full prices. See? Thank you, Closer.
Where the learning is so much fun.
Wait, Royce, the money's chasing the Jews? What you don't know is the money's also Jewish.
All five-ish. Songs and games for everyone. All five-ish. Where we're learning and having fun. All five-ish. Jump and dance and run. All five-ish. Where the learning is so much fun.
Again, I really would like to know. I didn't make this show. I am obsessed with it. Absolutely obsessed with it. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to play more of that. Not that it matters. I was supposed to leave early. I have stuff to do, but whatever. Fine. You want people to be offended? Okay. You want to think I'm being offensive? Okay. What about Randy Newman's lost song? What's more offensive than Randy Newman's lost song?
A long time ago, early September, I heard some friends of mine I'd like for you to remember. They get up in the morning to catch that worm at 8 a.m. so they could see those buildings burn. They're not meant to be heard or be seen. My friends, the 5 dancing Israelis, they were there to document events. Had some nice fancy cameras, and they got the ladders all set. When the first plane hit, they all celebrated. They knew the job was half done, so they hung around and waited. They're not meant to be heard or be seen. My friends, the 5 dancing Israelis. After both those towers came down, they hopped in the urban moving van, tried to get out of town. They had a lot of money and plane tickets to get away, but Officer Scott DiCarlo stopped them. They were detained, but not for long. They got lit out. They were back home in Israel after just a couple months. You'd think after that they'd lay a little low.
It is a beautiful song. I didn't write it. Randy Newman did. Randy Newman wrote it.
TV show. They weren't meant to be heard or be seen. My friends, the 5 dancing Israelis.
And one more, and obviously, just to say, look, obviously that wasn't really Randy Newman, but don't ever let Randy Newman off the hook, okay? Don't let Randy Newman off the hook, because this really is him. He really did this.
Some smart-ass New York Jew. The Jew laughed at Lester-Matic. And the audience laughed
The
at
Lester-Matics, too.
Well, he may be a fool, but he's our fool. If they think they're better than him,
They're wrong.
So I went to the park and I took some paper along. And that's where I made this song. We talk real funny down here. We drink too much, we laugh too loud. We're too dumb to make it in no northern town. We're keeping the niggas down. We got no neck or man from Texas.
Randy Newman has an N-word pass, by the way, so everybody knows.
Good old boys from Tennessee. College men from LSU. When in dumb, come out dumb too. Hustling around Atlanta in the alligator shoe. Getting drunk every weekend at the barbecue. And keeping the niggas down.
Now, look, I know what you're thinking. Randy Newman, why did he write this song? Well, BET was trying to make a black version of a very famous Pixar movie. It was going to be cast for black kids, for the inner city, which is fair. I mean, you want to be good. It was going to be called The No Toys Story.
We're rednecks, we're rednecks. We don't know our ass from a hole in the ground. We're rednecks, we're rednecks. We're keeping the niggas down.
Hey, thanks. Thanks, Randy. Appreciate it. Really appreciate it, Randy. Who's still with me, folks? Who's still with me? Who's still with me? I am really sorry, Trenton. I apologize. That joke was not good. That joke was racist. But it was funny. But it was a funny joke.
Whoa! Look at Dave.
Sushi Mitsubishi, go make me a sandwich.
Please. Go do it. Go do it, Sushi Mitsubishi. Thank you. Thank you. I do appreciate it. I guess for me, the most important thing that we learned today, because I do got to get going. I was supposed to leave way earlier. But the most important thing that I learned today is what happens if your husband dies? Would somebody think of what happens if your husband dies? Why won't you I don't even like banging the table. But what would happen if your husband dies? What did you think about that? Did you think about that? All right, guys. Hey, thank you for listening. Tomorrow I was supposed to do Short Circuit 2. Just because. Thank you, DM. I was supposed to do Short Circuit 2 tomorrow, but I don't know if we should do maybe some sort of Halloween movie or something. I'll figure it out. I mean, because I know, it's Halloween weekend and all that stuff, and it's one day before, so I might do that. Thank you guys for listening. I really do appreciate it. Thank you to everyone that donated. Thank you to everyone that commented. Thank you to everybody. Whether you like me, whether you don't, I still appreciate you being here. I think. Okay, so let's end with let's do some. How about some 80s? We'll do some 80s. We'll end with some 80s. All right, guys, thank you. I hope all of you have a fantastic, wonderful, and amazing, and productive, and all that stuff. Daywave. Bye. Bye.